J Willie Silly Man, aka Mr. Take It Easy. For you in the life easy. But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch, man. In the description down below, everything you know about your boy Jay. It's in the description down below. We at 39%. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go in charge of my computer home. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and see this right quick. But we got how a YouTube prank killed Kim Jong-un's brother. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know who Kim Jong-un is, he is a dictator. You know what I'm saying? He is the dictator over North Korea. You know, we do not get along with North Korea. I don't know why. I don't understand that. I don't have no problem with North Koreans. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you got people that don't like Americans, but I mean, hey, bro, you got to say you don't like the people that's running this country, because us Americans, we don't do nothing to nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for you not to like, that's like me saying I don't like North Koreans just because they say that they're our enemy. I ain't never met no, like, I ain't never seen no Korean. I ain't gonna cap. I never seen a Korean nigga. You feel me? Just keeping it real with you. I ain't never seen a Korean ever in my life. I ain't never seen a Korean. But I ain't got no problem with a North Korean. I ain't got no problem with no Chinese. You feel me? That's all just to divide, bro. You ain't never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So what I got a problem with you folks just because they say you the enemy, bro? I ain't got no problem with y'all folks. You gotta have a mind of your own, gang. Have a mind of your own, bro. Us Americans ain't got no problem with you, bro. We do not give a dang about y'all North Koreans. We don't give a dang about, you know what I'm saying, Chinese. You say he hates America, but he ain't gonna do nothing. You realize if he, bro, come on, bro. You know, if like, you realize if Kim wanted to, he would already. Why he won't do it? Why he won't send no nukes around here? Why he won't play with America? Because he already know what it is with America. He know what it is. He know what it is. He know. He like, okay, I probably hate Americans, but I will not mess with Americans. He know what it is. And I ain't gonna lie, look, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Look. Hey, bro, I found me a new series, bro, Cobra Kai, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I'm on freaking season 2, episode 3, bro. I was so glad because I just finished Money Heist. You know what I mean? So I was mad as heck I finished Money Heist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever found that freaking series, bro, that was so good you wanted to end, bro? Money Heist was that same, was that type of series, you know what I'm saying? But I just freaking started Cobra Kai, bro. I'm on season 2, man.
A new day, a new twist in the saga surrounding the death of Kim Jong-nam.
I ain't trying to, you know, that's all I'm saying. North Korean leaders' brothers poison. I ain't trying to spread no rumors, but it's this word on the street. Hey, word on the street, bro. You killed your brother, Kim Jong. Word on the street. That's word on the street. I'm not saying you did it, but it's word on the street, bro. You had something to do with your brother dying, brothers.
Malaysia have arrested
That's
a
true,
suspected female secret agent in this James Bond-style hit.
One of the suspects, an Indonesian woman, told police she thought she was taking part in a harmless prank as part of a reality TV show.
If convicted, the two women may pay with their lives.
Well, one thing is clear, this is one of the most bizarre murder plots in decades.
In 2017, 2 women were facing the death penalty because they pulled a prank on some random guy. But it turns out their prank was actually part of a James Bond-style assassination, and the women had no clue that they just committed the worst crime. This is the bizarre story of how a YouTube prank killed Kim Jong-un's brother. I'm Visual Venture, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. The prank of a lifetime. In 2017,
you poisoned a nigga for prank?
CT and Don were offered what seemed like the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to become celebrities. All they had to do was star on a prank show that would be aired on YouTube and TV.
Gitu lucu-lucuan gimana ya terkenal kayak.
Hey man, let me go and see something right quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me go and see something right quick. Let me go and lay the law down right quick, because I'm looking at this. Hold on. Let me see this right quick. Let me go and lay the law down right quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to lay the law down right quick. All right, bro? So I'm going to just time you out right quick, right? I'm just time you out right quick. Hey, bro, go ahead and vibe for me, my mans. Go ahead and vibe for me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and freaking vibe for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you. You feel me? I told y'all last time y'all got me freaking banned, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got me banned for a week. Go and vibe for me, man. Like I said, it's cool to argue, bro, but all that love calling the dude the P word and all this calling niggas out their name, bro, chill out, bro.
Boom boom prank. Jadi saya juga mikirnya, oh ya udahlah gitu.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care, you know what I'm saying? Honestly. You know what I'm saying? You say he the one starring one too. All right, I'm going to put you in timeout right quick, all right? I'm going to put you in timeout right quick. You know what I'm saying? Put niggas in timeout right quick. That's for 600 seconds. Nigga, next time it's going to be a lifetime freaking ban. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to be.
YouTube and TV.
Gitu lucu-lucuan gimana, kayak gimana ya, terkenal kayak boom boom prank. Jadi saya juga mikirnya, oh ya udahlah gitu.
To these young women, it was a dream come true. They were going to be paid $100 to $150 per prank, meaning if they pranked 10 people a day, they could make $1,000 to $1,500 daily. Not many YouTube channels can afford to pay that much. The way CT and Don got hired was pretty strange. There was no interview, no application, no nothing. Before this job came up, CT and Don didn't even live in the same country. CT was in Malaysia working part-time as a masseuse in a spa, but the spa wasn't exactly what it seemed. Let's just say it offered extra services. One night, CT met a man at a bar who called himself James. After chatting for a while, he offered her a spot in a new reality show where she'd play pranks on random strangers. Meanwhile, the second woman, Don, was working as an escort thousands of miles away in Hanoi, Vietnam. She met another man who called himself Mr. Y, also at a bar. Soon enough, he offered her the chance to be on the same prank show. CT and Don didn't know each other and lived in different countries, but they were both thinking the same thing. This job wasn't just about the money or fame for them. They spent years doing whatever they could to survive, often in ways they weren't proud of. But now they finally found a job they'd feel proud to tell their families about. However, this dream job was about to become a nightmare because James and Mr. Y weren't talent scouts or content creators. They were actually hitmen from North Korea.
Dang, they was actually hitmen from North Korea? Hired by who? Who were they hired by? You know what I'm saying? They were hitmen. So basically, these hitmen use these women to do their dirty work. Basically. You know what I'm saying? Basically. But like I said, word on the street, it was Kim Jong-un that had something to do with his brother getting killed. Word on the street. You know what I mean? Like I said, that's word on the street, though.
No,
Every word that's on the street ain't true.
Is one of the most oppressive countries in the world, run by a ruthless dictator, Kim Jong-un. He rules with an iron fist, jailing citizens over things as simple as wearing jeans, watching foreign TV shows, and having the wrong hairstyle. Sometimes he even sends assassins to other countries to hunt down and eliminate people he considers enemies. And these North Korean spies, James and Mr. Y, were on a mission to carry out their next hit on behalf of the dictator. They needed to make sure that this particular hit couldn't be traced back to North Korea. So they came up with a plan. They trick everyone else into doing the dirty work for them. That's where CT and Don came in. They were young, naive, and struggling to make a better life for themselves. In other words, they were perfect victims. James and Mr. Y made an offer too tempting to pass up, offering the women fame, fortune, and a chance to escape their tough lives. The spies promised to fly CT and Don around the world, pulling pranks in famous cities like Macau and America. But there was one catch. They needed to pull one big prank at an airport. That prank was special, and if it went well, it would make them stars. To prepare, CT and Don had to practice the pranks to make sure they'd be perfect for the big day. From January 5th to January 9th, 2017, James made CT practice in malls and hotels around Kuala Lumpur. She'd walk up to random men, ask them to close their eyes, and then spray them with water. Then she'd laugh, apologize, and run away while James filmed it all. Next, James flew CT to Cambodia for more training. That's where she met Mr. Chang, the main producer for the YouTube channel. Mr. Chang took over her training and things got serious. CT went through several practice runs and they were really impressed with her skills. They even raised her pay to $200 per prank, which was way more than she earned as an escort. Meanwhile, back in Vietnam, Don was also getting her own training. Mr. Y would point out people in the crowd for Don to prank. She'd sneak up up behind them, rub a harmless substance on their face, and then run off laughing. The stuff she rubbed on her face was harmless. There was even security footage showing Dawn practicing her pranks in a Vietnamese airport. At this point, neither woman suspected a thing. They thought they were training for pranks, but actually they were rehearsing for an assassination. In February 2017, just days before their big prank at the Malaysian airport, CT and Dawn were buzzing with excitement. This was it, the prank that would launch their careers.
Well, they thinking like, bro, so they just got manipulated, bro. That junk sad, bro. That junk sad, cause they thinking like she, you look at she walking around happy. Look at she walking around happy. Oh, I'm finna be famous. Oh, I'm finna make a fortune. Look at her, got a head. I'm finna be famous. I'm finna make a fortune. She thinks she finna be the next, Taylor Swift or somebody. She thinks she finna just be balling. Look at her. Whole time she getting used for assassination. Look how happy they are. Look at her.
Airport, CT and
yes, finna make fame, finna make fortune.
Would launch their careers. Well, they were right about one thing. They were going to become famous, just not in the
right way.
Imagine. The plan. In the morning of February 13th, 2017, CT showed up at the Malaysian airport, heart racing with excitement. At 8 a.m., she sat down with Mr. Chang in a coffee house that offered an excellent view of the airport terminal. Mr. Chang's instructions were simple but specific. CT would sneak up behind the target, smear a substance on his face, and then quickly leave to wash her hands. Mr. Chang told CT that a second woman would join the prank. This other woman was Dawn, who'd been given similar directions by Mr. Y. That day at the airport was the very first time CT and Dawn ever met. But in a few minutes, they would become partners in one of the strangest assassinations in history. Mr. Chang took a small container out of his backpack and poured an oily substance onto CT's hands. At the same time, Mr. Y handed Dawn a cloth soaked in a similar oily liquid. The liquid had a weird smell like machine oil. That was strange because it was different from the liquid they used when practicing the pranks. But this oily substance wasn't just different, it was toxic. It was called VX, one of the deadliest poisons known to man.
So what exactly is VX? It is the most powerful nerve agent ever created.
VX is classified as a weapon of mass destruction and banned around the world. Just 30 micrograms, which is less than a grain of sugar, can be fatal. It attacks the nervous system, disrupting signals between nerves.
Nigga, that junk's so dangerous, nigga. If he even land on you, nigga, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? What the freak, what?
Grain of sugar can be fatal. It attacks the nervous system, disrupting signals between nerves and muscles. At first, VX causes drowsiness, headaches, and nausea. Within minutes, those symptoms turn into full body paralysis and then death. If VX is so dangerous, why didn't it make CT and Dawn sick? Well, it's made up of two separate components. As long as the two parts are separate, they're harmless. But when those two parts are mixed together, they turn into a deadly substance. Since
so there was both, that was on his hands, you know what I'm saying? So it was on one hand and then on the other hand. I was finna ask, I was like, if it's so dangerous, then why ain't freaking, mess her hands up? So basically it's on two hands. So, you know what I'm saying? They put it together, put on the nigga eyes, now it's together. You feel me? Now bro finna go insane.
Only one part of the substance on their hands, they were completely safe. But if everything went according to plan, both parts of the VX would be on their target's face in just a few minutes. As they sat there waiting to pull off the prank, they were buzzing with excitement. They had no clue that they were about to end someone's life. The North Korean spies chose Malaysia for a reason. It was one of the few countries where North Korea could enter without a visa. This relaxed travel policy, meant to boost tourism, gave the agents the freedom to move without raising suspicion. 4 North Korean agents arrived at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport to oversee the assassination. They blended into the crowd, posing as ordinary tourists and businessmen. As CT, Dawn, and Mr. Chang waited, their target arrived at the airport.
That's his brother right here.
Chang pointed him out. He was a middle-aged man in a gray blazer, carrying a dark backpack and checking in under the name Kim Cho. As CT and Dawn watched their target stroll through the airport, they had no idea he was more than just an ordinary businessman. In reality, he was King Jong Nam, the older brother of North Korea's dictator. But why would the dictator send hitmen to eliminate his own brother? Kim Jong-un's brother, King Jong Nam, was once set to be the next leader of North Korea.
Dang, so basically you killed your brother to take his spot? Yeah, that nigga right there, that's a dangerous nigga right there. This man killed his own brother to take his spot. That nigga wanted to be the next leader of freaking North Korea, so he killed his brother just to take, what, just because of power? Wow.
As the oldest son of the former dictator, Kim Jong-nam was raised like a prince. But when he turned 30, he did something that embarrassed his entire country. He was arrested trying to enter Japan with a fake passport so he could visit Disneyland, Japan.
The much publicized incident is said to have deeply embarrassed his father, cementing Kim Jong-il's negative view of his eldest son.
The scandal cost Kim Jong-nam his spot as the heir. Instead, his younger brother Kim Jong-un was made next in line to rule the country. Because of this, Kim Jong-nam moved to Macau in China. But although he was far away,
so it wasn't because of that. You know what I mean? It wasn't because of that. So bro got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Went to jail, trying to go to Disneyland, and then the spot. You know, the crown. You got the crown, nigga. So what's the reason of you? I'm thinking you killed your brother because he the one next in line. You know what I'm saying? He the one next in line to take that throne. So you wanted that throne, so you killed your brother. You whacked your brother. You got your brother out the way. But nigga, you got the throne. So what's the reason you wanted to whack your brother, nigga? Oh.
he lived in constant fear. Kim Jong-nam's worries began after his father passed and his younger brother Kim Jong-un took over as North Korea's supreme leader. The brothers did not get along, and Kim Jong-nam often gave interviews criticizing his brother's harsh rule. Things escalated when rumors spread that Kim Jong-nam was selling North Korean secrets to the CIA. That's when the dictator Kim Jong-un decided to silence his older brother for good. This brings us back to February 13th, 2017, when Kim Jong-nam
So his brother, okay, so his brother was, his brother was giving information to the CIA.
Good. This
Working with the CIA.
Us back to February 13th, 2017, when Kim Jong-nam arrived at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. In the crowded airport, he felt safe. He had no idea that he was walking right into a trap: the assassination. As Kim Jong-nam entered the airport's departure hall, everything seemed normal. People hurried by, dragging their luggage and checking flight boards. Kim blended right in. A few feet away, CT and Don were making their way toward him with VX poison on their hands. As Kim got closer to the check-in area, they sprang into action. CT rushed to Kim from behind. She covered his eyes as if playing peekaboo and then wiped her hands over his mouth, leaving an oily smear. Before he could react, Don was right there too. She lunged forward and rubbed a cloth across his face.
He's approached by this woman at the airport, and as you can see, a second woman there is lunging from behind. She has a cloth and holds it over his face.
Remember, VX is made of two separate components that are harmless on their own. CT and Don each carried one part which kept them safe. But once both parts mixed on Kim Jong-nam's face, the VX became toxic. The whole attack took just seconds. CT and Don hurried off in opposite directions, leaving Kim standing alone with the oily stuff on his face. At least 6 CCTV cameras captured the incident. Within moments, Kim realized something was seriously wrong. His vision started to blur and his skin felt hot.
See, look at him. See this? Dang, this crazy, bro. Like this right before his death, bro. Like this is literally right before his death.
Face.
It's crazy seeing people's last moments. It's crazy.
CCTV cameras captured the incident. Within moments, Kim realized something was seriously wrong. His vision started.
My face is hot. My face is hot.
Toward the airport clinic, desperate for help. Kim was rushed into an ambulance, but it was too late. He never made it to the hospital. It was obvious that this was an assassination. In the days after the incident, everything was a big mystery. The victim's passport identified him as Kim Chol from North Korea. When North Korea was informed about his demise, they confirmed that Kim Chol was his real name and insisted on getting his body back right away without an autopsy. But Malaysian authorities were suspicious. Why was North Korea so eager to claim the body to avoid an autopsy? Malaysia refused to return the body without running a few tests. After a series of DNA tests, the truth was revealed. Kim Chol was actually Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un.
These new details are disturbing, to say the least.
Terrifying, Amy. This is a truly shocking development.
As news of the victim's identity spread,
You know America finna be the first ones on everything. Yeah, it's terrifying. You know what I mean, Amy? Truly terrifying. You know America finna be on everything. You know they can't stay out of business. You know they finna come. You know America is coming.
terrifying, Amy. This is a truly shocking development.
As
The
news
truly
spread,
shocking development.
Everyone wondered who might be responsible. But to most people, it was obvious that North Korea was behind it. Kim Jong-nam was considered an enemy of North Korea, and the use of VX poison made the situation more suspicious. VX isn't a chemical that ordinary criminals get their hands on. It was rare. However, North Korea...
And then you gotta understand, y'all, the man is a dictator. You know what I'm saying? He's a dictator, bro. He runs North Korea. You know what I mean? They can't come in and do nothing to that man. They can't do nothing other than kill him. But you think you're finna go in North Korea and arrest him? You know what I'm saying? You think you're finna do that, bro? Go to North Korea and arrest him? Nigga, that's his country. Nigga, you think it's a dictator. That's his country. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no president as a dictator, bro. Difference between a president and a dictator, bro.
Reportedly had stockpiles of VX and could produce it in industrial quantities. The Malaysian police reviewed the airport's CCTV footage and saw CT and Don rubbing something on Kim's face before running away. The whole crime was caught live on camera. The cops launched a manhunt for the two women. Meanwhile, CT and Don still had no clue what they did. After the prank, they washed their hands,
they think everything cool,
and left the airport. Just days after the assassination, authorities tracked down CT and Don and arrested them. As they were led away in handcuffs, both women looked confused. Up until that moment, they had no idea what really happened.
Investigators in Malaysia have arrested a suspected female secret agent in this James Bond-style hit.
CT actually thought that being in jail was part of the prank, but as the truth set in, CT and Don faced a terrifying reality. Their prank had taken a man's life. Now they were being charged with murder, and the prosecution was demanding the highest possible punishment: death. Guilty or innocent. On March 1st, 2017, CT and Don were taken into a Malaysian high court by armed soldiers where they were officially charged.
25-year-old Indonesian Siti Asia and 28-year-old Vietnamese Doan Tin Huan appeared publicly in court for the first time since their arrest to hear the charges.
Throughout their trial, they were stuck behind bars. The Malaysian prison was terrible. The cells were overcrowded, the beds were uncomfortable, and they had to use a bucket as a toilet. CT and Don held onto a sliver of hope that someone would believe they were innocent. They thought maybe they could convince the judge they'd been tricked. They heard two things that made them hopeful. First, the Malaysian police arrested a North Korean man who might be connected to the case. Then Interpol issued a red notice, which was like an arrest warrant for 4 more people identified as suspects. Surely this meant that they were closing in on the real masterminds of the plot, but only days later their hopes crumbled. The North Korean suspect was released because there wasn't enough evidence linking him to the crime. Malaysian police admitted they believed he was involved in the plot but lacked evidence to prove it. The other spies also found ways to escape arrest, most of them disappearing without a trace.
All 4 are suspected intelligence agents with code names like Mr. Y and Grandpa, but none has been arrested. All fled the country for North Korea within hours of the killing.
And you can't go get him.
The full weight of the case fell on CT and Don. The prosecution had an open and shut case. The CCTV footage showed everything. CT and Don rushing up to Kim Jong-nam,
show it all right now,
his face, and then running off quickly. The most suspicious part was that both women ran straight to the bathroom to wash their hands. If they didn't know the chemical was dangerous, why were they so desperate to clean up? They argued that CT and Don had been recruited by 4 North Korean operatives and trained as assassins to carry out the poisoning. It was a long trial. Weeks turned into months, turned into years.
What?
CT and Don started to lose faith. They sat quietly in court each day, watching their hopes of freedom. Then in March 2019, something surprising happened. The prosecutors dropped the murder charge against CT and decided to put all the blame on Don. The plot twist. As we already know, the CCTV footage showed CT and Don committing the crime. However, on March 11th, 2019, prosecutors told CT she was free to go. They dropped the murder charge, released her that day, and put her on a private jet heading to Jakarta.
Well, that's all on Don.
The 26-year-old Indonesian was released from custody Monday morning after prosecutors told the court they'd been instructed to withdraw charges, though they wouldn't say why.
Speaking to reporters, tears in her eyes, CT said, "I'm very happy. I didn't expect my release. This is my day of freedom. They didn't give an official reason for letting her go, but there's a likely explanation. Although the assassination happened in Malaysia, CT and Don weren't Malaysian citizens. Don was from Vietnam and CT was from Indonesia. Behind the scenes, the Indonesian government was pushing hard for CT's release.
Dang, so it was the government. It was the Indonesian government that helped her, bro. Dang, so all the charges got dropped on Dawn. So if the government wouldn't help her, bro, she would have been in there, bro, with Dawn.
Including
she would have had no freaking...
made countless calls to Malaysian leaders pressuring them to free CT because she'd been tricked. They even hinted that if CT stays in prison, it might strain relations between Indonesia and Malaysia. Eventually, Malaysia gave into the pressure and sent CT back to Indonesia. For Dawn, though, things were very different. Being from Vietnam, she didn't have Indonesia's help. Even after CT was released, the court wouldn't drop the charges against Dawn. Her lawyers argued that it was unfair, but nothing changed. Dawn was left to face the trial alone. The stress took a toll on her. She lost weight, couldn't sleep, and often broke down in tears. Without CT there, she felt completely alone. Then on April 1st, 2019, things took a sudden turn. Prosecutors offered Dawn a reduced charge for voluntary causing injury with a dangerous weapon. It wasn't total freedom, but it meant a lot less prison time and, most importantly, no death penalty. Dawn pleaded guilty and her sentence was announced, 3 years and 4 months. But with good behavior and 2 years in jail, Dawn was finally free. Now the two innocent women are back home trying to piece their lives back together. CT and Dawn's story is a reminder of how easily people can be manipulated. In the pursuit of a better life, they were used in a way they could have never imagined. My friends, if something looks too good to be true, it probably is, bro. Visual venture.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. I told y'all, man, hey, man, your boy come out with different stuff every single day. Every single day, your boy come out with different stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe. That's the goal, man. To just be different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro, it's like freaking what? 4:29 a.m. So I'm pretty sure everybody's sleep up in this mug, man. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Like I said, every single day, man, your boy Jay will be going live on stream. So make sure y'all hit the post notifications, man. 3 hour stream and your boy did it. 3 hour stream and your boy Jay is out, man.